Hey, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, and give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Kakadash, give honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered across the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth and faith and sincerity. I'm the bro Shema Allah from the GMS Houston camp, and this lesson is going to be entitled "Don't Just Give This Truth to Anyone." All right, and I really just did this lesson, and I posted it, and I seen that it had no sound whatsoever. Right? And I'm not really sure what happened, but I kind of got an idea. But hey, man, got to get this lesson in. So here I am doing it again. All right, so this lesson is basically going into not just revealing this truth to any and every person that you meet. Any, it goes into family, it goes into friends, right? People at work, at the job, right? Because that's just to avoid certain situations, right? Because you can you can think that a situation is gonna go, in a particular way, or a person is gonna receive the information, but it can go completely opposite. It can go completely left, like left, right? When you come into this truth, it's sweet to you, and you like, man, I want to tell him, I want to tell him, I want to tell my favorite cousin, my favorite uncle, blah blah blah, this and that, right? And 9 times out of 10, bro, they not finna listen. Right? What the most I say, I shall take you one of a city, two of a family. It speaks about a remnant, right? They're gonna wake up, right? And you know, hey, family, bro, hey, they in this world, man. It's not saying that the Most High can't wake them up, but you wanna avoid those things as much as possible, right? In Matthew 7, right here is about to kind of explain it, right? Matthew 7:6, give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine. Now, what is that which is holy? It's talking about the word of the Most High, right? These scriptures, this truth that we have learned. You don't just give it unto anybody, right? Because everybody is not worthy. You see, that's why they're referred to as dogs and as swine. Everybody ain't worthy to receive this truth, right? And we talking about our people, right? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites, right? Because other nations are definitely not worthy, right? The heathen, right? To get this truth. You see, even though we have our people that are scattered amongst them, you see, but they're Israelites, right? But it says, give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine. Why? Lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you, right? So you're going to end up pissing them off. You see, cause the whole situation to go left because they're not receiving the information how you think they're going to receive it, right? You don't go to work, right? Speaking about Esau going into captivity, right? Oh man, you see what they did to us in slavery, man. Look what they did to the Native Americans, man. The most I say, hey, look, we gonna pay them back, but we gonna get you showing images of Esau and chains and shit, right? Right? No, bro. And now you fired. Now you out of a job. Now you can't provide for yourself, or even your family if you have one. So you got to be smart. How should I say? Be wise as a serpent, right? You end up talking about we the real Jews, and you might got a person who is a small hatter, right? A small hat working there, or he might be a manager, supervisor, or he might be the owner of the company, whatever, right? And he catch wind of that, and you out of here. You see, get you on a hate crime or something, but you want to avoid that, bro. Even though every situation is different, there are exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, that is to be followed. Why do I say there are exceptions to the rule? Because there are brothers that came in from working with other brothers, right? Maybe a person who didn't have this truth was working the same job to a man who was in this truth, right? Who were part of the camp, and he got the truth from him, right? Even myself, I was working at a job, And I seen the brother and I recognized him. Hey, I'm like, oh, hey. And I got some info for him. And hey, and it was history from there. Right? So the Most High will set up certain situations, certain scenarios, right? But you don't want to force that. All right. And things ain't gonna go how you want it to go. Or like you got your family, right? You got a little family dinner or whatever the fuck, right? Everybody eating and they eating all the vulnerable things. You see, somebody got crawfish in their mouth, somebody got pork chop over here, right? Shellfish, right? Somebody over there nibbling on some shrimp, and you want to pull out the law of Leviticus, right? You want to go straight to Leviticus 11. Hey, the Bible say not to. Now you're gonna cause a fight. Now you got pork chops and shrimp being thrown at the side of your head. Hey, when all this could have been avoided, right? Matthew 6. All right. You don't want to show your hand, right? You want to be secretive, right? You can be secretive with this. You see, it says Matthew 6:3. When thou doest alms, let not that left hand know what that right hand doeth. Now this is talking about alms, but you can apply to the situation as well. You don't want to be revealing everything. All right. You want to be as Clark Kent. Who's Clark Kent? You should know that that's Superman, right? But when he goes to work, he's an average, everyday person at work. Right? He's not up there doing, abnormal things, right? Zooming through the hallways, right? Flying to, get something to eat on his lunch break, cooking food with his laser sight. He ain't doing all that, right? He undercover, same way that we gotta be, right? He's undercover. He's still Superman inside. He still got all that power inside of him, right? But he's using it when the opportunity calls for it. All right, same as us. We bring out this truth on the street corners, you see, or when the opportunity calls for it, we might share the info with someone who we believe may get it. You might take that chance, right? But the Lord will present all of that, right? But you don't want to force that. This is Proverbs 29:11. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it in afterwards, right? You don't want to utter all your mind. You don't want to be at work or anywhere, right, amongst people who are not even in the faith, who not even believers, and you just talking about every single thing, right? The UFOs, the missiles, right? Talking about the Lord gonna kill everybody, it ain't right. You can't be exposing all of your thoughts, right? You can't be showing your hand, showing all your cards, right? Like I said, be wise as serpents. Because even when I was at work, people want to talk about the Bible and scriptures, right? I talk to them in a way so that I don't reveal myself. They don't know I'm an Israelite. They don't know what I believe in. But we can have a conversation about the scriptures. I may, talk about certain historic, events that happen, right? You know, I might quote once, two scriptures, right? But I act like that, I am someone who basically I don't give off the hint that, oh yeah, oh he's, say I'm an expert, I'm professional, I'm just quoting scriptures off the top of the head, I'm basically quoting the whole precept word from word. Nah, I just give the notion that I know a little something, right? And that's it. You gotta be subtle, right? If things like that do come about, but I don't be looking for it. All right, it sometimes they just come up. But you just know you gotta know how to maneuver through situations, right? But Sirach 20:20 says a wise sentence shall be rejected and it cometh out of a fool's mouth, for he will not speak it in due season. So you can be speaking a wise sentence. Amen. You need to repent, bro. You need to repent. The Lord gonna kill you. You need to repent so you can be saved. Your family can be saved. The Lord can deliver you. This and that. That's a wise sentence. But you're playing the role of a fool because it says, for he will not speak it in due season. This ain't the person you should be talking to, right? You talking to one of your cousins, Ray Ray, right? And this nigga is a gangbanger, right? This nigga is just racking up bodies, right? Weekly. You see, it's a damn menace to society. Right? Nigga can't be controlled, can't be contained. Like this man don't have his like this man is insane. And you want to go to him with the scriptures. And how do you think that's gonna turn out? You telling him not to commit adultery. You think he gonna give a damn what you talking about? No. Right? He might jump on you after that, you know? Let me see. I didn't exit out the thing. Hold up. Sirach 22:8. He that telleth a tale to a fool speaketh to one in slumber. When he had told his tale, he would say, "What does it matter?" Right? Like, bro, what are you talking about? Right? You speaking to somebody that's asleep. They said that the spirit of slumber was put on these people. Isaiah 6 speak about the Most High blocking their minds from being able to receive this truth. Right? Just like you wake up a person out of their sleep, right? And you start trying to talk to them about a serious thing. You see, everything that you're saying, bro, that person's not comprehending. It's like, bro, they're tired. Like they just woke up. You see, they got and their eyes closing and shit. You know, they still falling back to sleep, and you talking to them. That's exactly what it is when you're trying to explain this to a fool. That's why Matthew 7 speaks about that. Right? You don't just show this glory or reveal this glory, reveal that light to everybody. Right? Because it can put you in a bad situation that could have been avoided. Right? And that can even go, or that can go for a lot of situations. A lot of situations, even when teaching on the block, like certain person you see they ain't gonna get it. Why go deeper into things with them? You see they ain't gonna get it, right? You see they twisting scriptures. They not even comprehending what you're saying. They just sit in their ways, right? They doing all this cursing and loud talking, and they don't want to hear the script, bro. Let them go. Like you don't got to deal with that, right? But that was the lesson. Just edifying with that. I'm gonna say shalom.